I got a story today that highlights the difference between I got a story today that highlights the thin line between a good shoot and a bad shoot, and how a self-defense situation can change to charges really quick. We have a Jefferson City woman charged for shooting a person during an argument. We have, and argument's a very light way to put it, a Jefferson City woman in Cole County Jail after law enforcement said she shot a person. On March 7th, Jefferson City police were called to East Elm Street to report shots fired. Court documents state that the victim was taken to the hospital with gunshot wound. The police say that the person who fired the gun, Skylar Allison, went to the police station to report the shooting. So I want to highlight that real quick. She's like taking herself straight to the police department. She thinks this is a self-defense situation. And from her standpoint, in some ways, I could kind of see where she is thinking that. But also at the same time, there's a couple of things that happen in the situation, as well as the security camera footage, that kind of point where it possibly could be, but possibly might not be a situation of self-defense. The victim had non-life-threatening gunshot wound to the leg. From the university hospital, the victim said Allison had chased her and then shot her. Allison told the police that the victim chased her and threatened her family and reached into her vehicle with a large butcher knife. Court documents state that the incident was caught on surveillance video. Fantastic. The document stated the video showed the victim approaching Allison's vehicle with the knife. Already not a good sign. At this point, the situation of self-defense is rising up. They go on to explain that the two had a standoff outside the vehicle. The documents state that Allison shot the victim while they were walking backwards away from Allison. The Cole County prosecutor alleged that Allison charged Allison with shooting a firearm at a person, 2 counts of armed criminal action, and second-degree assault. And that's the key factor there, is where the documents show that the video shows her shooting him while he was walking away backwards, or the victim while they were walking away backwards. The woman claims self-defense in a Jefferson County shooting. We have a little bit more information about this here. A woman claims that she shot another person in self-defense Friday in Jefferson City. Skylar Allison, 23, of Jefferson City, was charged on Saturday with shooting a person, 2 counts of armed criminal action, and 1 count of second-degree assault. She is being held in Cole County Jail without bond. A bond review is scheduled for 2 p.m. on Wednesday, and the preliminary hearing is set for 1:30 on Thursday, April 3rd. So we'll hear more information about this in the next coming months, and we'll definitely keep you updated as how this court case unfolds. According to the probable cause statement, officers responded to shots fired call at 3:46 p.m. on Friday in the 800 blocks of East Elm Street. The victim drove to the area hospital with gunshot wounds, and Allison went to Jefferson City Police Department to report the incident, the statement says. The police found a butcher knife and a small wooden club in the victim's vehicle at the hospital. Statements say that the victim allegedly did not tell the police about the weapons, according to the court documents. Police found blood and two separate shell casings at the casings at the scene. So the person who approached with the butcher knife to Miss Allison's car didn't mention the fact that they had the weapons when they were reporting the case, which is kind of an interesting detail. Why would you, when reporting to the police that you had been shot and that you're the victim of this case, why would you not mention that you were holding a knife walking up to somebody's car? Maybe you're trying to hide something there. Allison alleged that the victim walked up to her while she was in her vehicle and tried to attack her with a knife and threatened to kill her and her children. Plausible self-defense in my opinion, if that's the case, at least up to this point. The statement says Allison then allegedly told the police that she got out of her vehicle and was chased by the victim before she fired a warning shot. warning shots, I'm not necessarily the biggest fan of warning shots. The statement says, she then claimed that the victim lunged at her and she shot the victim in the leg. Of course, they say the surveillance video allegedly showed that the victim got the victim go up to the vehicle while holding a shiny object consistent with a large knife. So all of the evidence is showing that this person walked up to Allison's car with a butcher knife. I could see that as being quite life-threatening, especially if Allison's statement of the person sticking the butcher knife through her window is true. But Allison allegedly chased the victim around while holding the gun. The statement claims. The court documents say the victim retreated during the incident. And that's the point where, like, if this is the case and the woman got out of her car, pulled out her gun, and said, hey, back off, or stopped the situation, and the victim walked away and ran away, great self-defense situation. Firearm saved this woman's life. Great incident. Now, the hard part where she's probably going to get charges and these charges might stick is the video allegedly did not show the victim lunge at Allison. The statement says, and the court documents allege that Allison acknowledges these discrepancies. And she's also, in this video, it shows that she's like chasing him around the car with the firearm. It'll be interesting to see. It'll be interesting to see how this case actually unfolds. Whether or not she gets, if the charges are dropped on the grounds of self-defense, or if she actually has any of these cases stick. We will be following this to make sure that we are up to date and see how it happens. Maybe more information, different angles of surveillance footage. Who knows? Might pop up. But right now, this does definitely, in my opinion, dance the line of, at one point it was a very plausible self-defense situation with a firearm, and then it kind of quickly, as the victim or the alleged original aggressor is trying to retreat, at this point, you know, once he's retreating, the self-defense situation's over. Like she's won. She could wait until the person's left and then she could leave. Now that's also like, who knows what she was feeling in that moment. Everything does come down to, I felt like my life was threatened. I felt like I was going to be in grave danger of bodily harm. Who knows? They have a knife. There is that, that whole 21-foot rule of like, how fast of a reaction time do you really have to be able to stop somebody with a knife from attacking you with a gun? Now, she's already drawn the gun, so I'm sure that 21-foot rule is even shorter. And of course, we've seen videos show that there are videos out there like the Fat Electrician did, where they show that not necessarily is super true, but to the lesser trained individual, I'd imagine that you're already drawn down with a knife on you. The tension you're feeling is probably a little bit more heightened. You might not be paying attention to every single little detail of the situation. And if she is feeling like her life is in danger, I could see where she would definitely want to shoot. It is going to be probably a hard uphill battle for her to win self-defense with the evidence showing that the original aggressor is retreating. I'm very interested to see how this particular case unfolds. And I mean, it was originally a great situation where she scared him off. So my heart goes out to her in that aspect, and I hope the best for her, but it is interesting to see how these charges might play out. If you found value in this, if you could hit that like button, and if you want to see more news related to the Second Amendment from a self-defense perspective, smash that like button. If you could get down in those, or smash the subscribe button, sorry. If you get down in those comments and let me know what your thoughts on this. Do you think this was a plausible self-defense situation? Do you think maybe she acted too aggressively near the end and had already won the situation? Do you think it was over before she shot kind of situation? Let me know what your thoughts are on this down in the comments. I'd love to hear those, and I'll see you in the next video.